Good morning. And welcome along to today's latest video from the Nottingham transport enthusiast. And as probably per the norm, we are at Nottingham on the Midland Main Line. Nottingham tram routes, lots of other lines are, but those are the probably two main routes, I would say. Robin Hood line is another, and there's not necessarily, I don't know what line that is. Nottingham Skegness route, I don't know what line that is. Here's 176.36 coming in. That'll be working the 0941 cross-country Turbostar service to Birmingham New Street. Starting here at Nottingham. Over here is a purple 158 that is in the form of 158773, the former Eastcroft depot named 158 there. I don't know what it's doing here, but it's just sitting here and there's got a dead bird there as well. So, well, so be it. The 1047 East Midlands Railway says to Liverpool line street appears to have been cancelled. That I would want to assume is due to an issue with the train crew. Over there is 222010. That will be working the 0950 East Midlands Railway service to London St Pancras, starting here at Nottingham. Just seen some trams up there as well. So yes. Also on the other side there is another cross-country Turbostar in the form of 17109. Its next service will be the 1007, I think. Yep, I believe so. 1007 cross-country service to Cardiff Central via Derby and Birmingham New Street. The other one's going to Birmingham New Street via Derby. Here's 222010. So this will be a purple 222. So today here at Nottingham, you're going to be seeing services from East Midlands Railway, Cross Country Northern, Nottingham Express Transit, and I would want to assume some freight as well, with any luck. Sorry, I have to move down. A lot of the people and stuff. 205 is just left on. I have no idea where she's going, but when I'm up there I'll be able to tell you. But it was 205 Lord Byron was the name on that one. Here is the 222. Said she'd be built in 2004 according to one of the signs, at least anyway. Although, as we know, some of the 222s do have hybrid coaches because some of this class. Well, there we go. Someone in the way again. Is how to excuse me at certain points. Some of the 222s, well, it started off that they had 7-car 222s and 4-car 222s to begin with, and then it all changed. Some of the 7 cars reduced to 6 cars to allow some 5-car sets to be formed. And then you had some of the 6 cars, then further reduced to 5 cars, so now more 5 car sets to be formed.
Smoking is not permitted anywhere on the station.
Also, some of the sets, under the East Midlands Trains franchise, they took delivery of, or took hold of the 4 former Hull Trains pioneers. That is 222-101, 222-102, 222-103 and 222-104. Each of them took hold of those as Hull Trains replaced those trains with Class 180 Adelantes. Now they are replaced with bimodes. Basically the Hull Trains Adelantes, or the former Hull Trains Adelantes, now join our fleet of 222s. And now we also now have no HSTs anymore, so these effectively replace HST services, if you like, even though they operated with them. But it's on the timings and stuff as well. They replaced the services, and they now provide the dominant force of the intercity fleet, along with the 180s. Well, I say along with, I suppose these dominate. Made use of the 180s history of technical difficulties, I think. Yeah. But the 180s do run though, as coming through now we have a DB Cargo UK Class 67 with a working, I want to say it's from Totem TMD to somewhere. I may have to double check that later for you. But I know it's from Totem TMD because it is a 67 at the helm. And it's so yes, it is a skip. 67006 Royal Sovereign passing through there. Had to admit, I thought I missed that, but it turned out I didn't. And yeah. So now the 180s work alongside the 222s, yeah. And it's interesting to think that the Adelantes and the former Hull Trains pioneers are on the Midland Main Line together. I know, interesting. But yeah, it is true. I have no idea why these numbers are not centred here. Signal's just gone green somehow. Oh, I know what it's for. Right. I've just realised why the green signal. It's for the 941 cross country turbo star service to Birmingham New Street by Derby. And look at that tram up there. It's having a look up there. See if we can get the number. I can't yet, I'm afraid. I'll have to get it in a minute. Actually, I want set so on Torben and Dean. Right, 10636 is going off. It is Torben and Dean. And there goes 17636. To Birmingham New Street by Derby. Service now calls at Derby, Burton-on-Trent, Tamworth, Wilnecote and Birmingham New Street. I just love that sound. Okay, and here's our next service that will be the next departing service. Well, I might be. I don't know if there's Liverpool Lime Street departing. I think there might well be actually. But this will be one of the departing systems we'll see in a minute. So, yep. Whilst I do miss the HS2s, the Meridians, they're alright. They're not just as good, but they are alright. They are alright. They're alright. Same with the 180, they are all alright. Departing here we are, well, for camera focuses, there it goes. Our pair of white 158s, 158 783, 158 856. With the, I want to suggest, 945 East Midlands Railway service to Liverpool Line Street. From here and Norwich technically. Calling now, I want to say Alfreton, Chesterfield, Sheffield, Stockport, Manchester Piccadilly, Manchester Oxford Road, Warrington Central, Widnes, Liverpool South Parkway and Liverpool Lime Street. And a tram did just go off, there'll probably be some more trams in my way out. What I can tell you is there are two trams up there. Oh, a Citadis for the first time. Can be seen there. 228. It's the Local Armed Forces Heroes, that one is. That one's heading to Hucknall, coming in from Toton Lane. And then the other one is 215 Brian Clough OBE. I don't know where you're going. Couldn't see a display on that. I suppose that was the Citadis, I would have known. Oh well. Okay, and off goes our next tram. Speeding away, of course. Looks like they're working on some lights up there. It seems, judging by that left, or whatever that thing's called anyway. We'll catch the next service when she departs. Or arrives. Okay, the next tram to arrive in a bit of a bright fashion again. I know. Is going to be a service to Toton Lane from Hucknall. I think that's 226 we saw on Jack Wheeler on there, as coming in now. Is going to be a terminating East Midlands Railway service from London St Pancras. It's another one of their 222 Meridians. And this is being worked by 222-009. Sporting the new livery. The tram's just gone off, by the way. I have to say it does look, very, very nice. Even though it has to be said, I do prefer the old East Midlands trains livery. As departing now is going to be the 0950 East Midlands Railway service to London St Pancras with a purple 222 that is in the form of 222-010. Oh, we just got the numerical order. Perfect. 009 there, 010 here. Just had numerical order turn up. Oh, done East Midlands Railway. Chalk that up to good planning. If I say so myself. Too late. 22010. Okay, on our first freight train of the day is going to be the Cargo UK Class 66 with powerful LED headlights, and she'll be working the loaded oil train, the loaded oil tanks from Lindsay Oil Refinery to Kingsbury Oil Sidings. And by the looks of it, yeah, we have got the brown tank straight away, so that's going to make a hell of a racket as it goes out. And I'm just going to find another platform for this, and then we'll get going. And then we'll get going, and I'll be sure to get the consist for you in the set as well. So let's go. Okay, also in the very far distance there is, you can see a Station Skegness heading off. It's distant, but it's there. So there it goes. I believe that was to be worked by a pair of 158s of some variation. Numbers ain't gonna happen, I'm afraid. Sorry. Get the 66 for you in a minute. Okay, I just missed the tone there, but I'm afraid I just missed the tone there that it gave off. But departing now is going to be the DB Cargo Eco Class 66 with the loaded oil tanks going common into the oil refinery to Kingsbury oil sidings. And yeah, the brown tanks are coming, that's for sure. And I hope we might be able to get the consist of tanks on there. These will be easy to get. So you'll have to rather read it out. Okay, looks like it's got the AD headlights on it, and they're very bright. Let's zoom in the camera on this. There we go. Okay, so coming out of the station now is going to be '66 150 with "We Are the Future" branding on it. And then the brown tanks then. You got 82209, 85972, both with the stickers on, 870261, and then 8211, V6 on another brown tank, 870213, 870273, 870232, 870307, 870216, 870303, 870266, 871003 on the green BCE tank there, 870299, 870253 I think, 8030 BC blue tank there, so B6 on, 800265, 870203, 870215, 870260, 870254 by the looks of things, 870228, 870275, 870342, keep bringing this tank there, 870250, and that's it. Fairly short rake today, looking at I can see the 66. And a real flat wheel at the end of that consist. My God. That is a real flat wheel at the end of that consist. I think there were about at least 3 brown tanks in there. So just the 3, but they were there straight away though. So yeah. And we had a green V tank and a VC blue tank in there successfully, even if it was a short load. That's good. Short rate, but colourful mixture nonetheless, just about. Good to see the EWS grey tanks making an appearance. I think one of them was debranded there in there. You can see it go around the bends there. This was diverse onto that platform because one of the 8773 held up its usual road. And well, there it goes anyway. It's good to see that We Are the Future one though. Not bad at all. Okay, next train to arrive, now I've switched platform for it, will be a terminating northern service from Leeds. I think Leeds anyway. This is for the 195, and 195025 has the honours for this one. from Leeds. Nice squeaky brakes there. I can also see an East Midlands Railway Turbo Star over there as well. The one that we just about saw come in on that, what was their terminating service from workshop. Oh. Now, amazing to think that one door opens, then the others follow. I don't know why it does that on Northern's units, if I'm honest, or at least they're 195s. Oh well. Some big light work going on today, isn't there? Woo! Okay, arriving in now is a terminating cross-country service from Cardiff Central. This one is formed of a turbo. It's the UU formed 17618. It used to be 17518, but with the addition of the centre car from West Midlands Railway, it's now 17618 as a result. So there it goes. So it's one of the new reformed 3-car variations. Not bad at all. Also, just to let you know, the plan is here to do, for the YouTube bits, the plan is to do mostly the morning session up to, it's to mostly do it in little parts, but this will feature all the freight that is due. So we're going to do a morning part, if you like. Or, I don't know what we're going to go up to yet, but we'll figure things out, I'm sure. But what we'll do is we'll probably have a go maybe up to the steel train, I'm not too sure. Considering I also often keep some of the videos for myself. But for the YouTube ones, the ones that are going to be uploaded, you'll see it eventually. I'm probably going to do at least 2 parts, maybe 3. So yeah, we'll see what happens, and yeah, we'll see what we can get. There's scheduled to be 2 coal trains at least 1, maybe 2. I was thinking that I might be able to make out an evening session here eventually, but we shall see what we can do. We'll do our best, and yeah, and judging by what I'm seeing on the screen over there, I can definitely tell that there's a first class in coach D somewhere. It'll flick over in a minute. There we go. It says first class in coach D, so that is going to be a definite adelante for sure. For sure there. Okay. I shall get that service when I see the parts. And the tram as well, because not much have been featured from down here yet. Okay, and off goes the tram. Oh, in comes the tram, I should say. It isn't in Centro though. Departing now is going to be the 10:07 cross-country service to Cardiff Central via Derby and Birmingham New Street. Calling at Beeston, Long Eaton, Derby, Bedford-on-Trent, Tamworth, Birmingham New Street, University, Worcestershire, Parkway, Cheltenham Spa, Gloucester, Newport and Cardiff Central. 228 songs is off to Phoenix Park up there. And this one looks to have been given the green light straight away, so all good. Okay, so working this service is a Turbo Star, and we have 170 109 taking it away. And there it goes. Cool. I remember at one point when Voyagers were seen here a lot, because the one centres had problems a bit, so yeah. Sadly, I'm going to say all but none will feature here today. I apologize in advance. Maybe they might come back one day, you never know. If they do, you'll see it right here. Well, I say that, there is one early morning service that uses a Voyager. I think it was a Nottingham to Reading that uses it, / Bournemouth. Presumably during normal timetable or something, I don't know. That's the only peak service that uses a Voyager, that's all. Voyager then, at the current timing, turns to 2 Voyagers from Derby. Too bad I can't get it because that's so early. Oh well. Well, let's make do what we got, I suppose. Okay, arriving in the very, very far distance. There we go. Is the 1016 East Midlands Railway service to Crewe. Just in the brightness. There we go. Just for now. Well, it's a 156 in the solid blue livery with the yellow doors. Just about see it. Just rolling in behind the Meridian. I'll just do that. There we go. And I can see the unit. There we go. Let's move up a bit.
Where you can then use Great North automatic services to and from London. A shuttle service will be in place between Catching and Corby to connect with the East service. Please take your journey before we travel by visiting the East Midlands Railway website.
So I'll get a number of that for you when she departs. Departing now is going to be the 1012 East Midlands Railway service to London St Pancras. Be sporting the new livery, and it's going to be worked by 222-009. I'll tell you what though, this Meridian's seen better days. It's been given amber / yellow. And in fact, I'll keep her rolling, as the next service I was going to be terminating East Midlands Railway service from London St Pancras. The one that's just gone is calling it Beeston, East Midlands Parkway, Loughborough, Leicester, Market Harbour, and Kettering. Here comes a purple 180. Which is 180-111. Nice tram up there as well. Couldn't quite get on. I want to say 224 Vicky McHugh, but I'm not too sure. But actual 2 certainly had very much squeaky brakes. A 222 180 had very much squeaky brakes. Chalk that up to poor planning. Oh dear, I don't know what went wrong with me there. Oh well, I'll get it right eventually. Working now is 156414 in its solid blue livery with the yellow doors. No branding on this one. And it's got graffiti on the roof as well. And parts of the livery. And I might as well film the 195 that's now going out to Leeds via Sheffield, Meadowhall interchange and Barnsley interchange. So it's called the Ilkeston, Langley Mill, Alfreton, Chesterfield, Bromfield, Sheffield, Meadowhall interchange, Barnsley interchange, Wakefield, Kirkgate and Leeds. With that 195. With whatever number that one was, because I can't actually now remember. But you'll have seen it though. Trust me. As a schedule system, the blue bus is coming now with a pair of blue 156s of all things. Which is always nice to see. Okay, I think it's about time we go upstairs. So we go upstairs then, shall we? Okay. I think we better go upstairs, so we'll do that. Here arriving in hours, service to Clifton South for Nottingham Express Transit, but I to 20 Jesse Boot. Swinging in there, it must be said. And a bus, because why not? In she comes. Its next coming point by request is going to be Queen's Walk. After this, just not too far down the line. Here we are on the trams. This is wide angle that we're using, because I find it often better to film the trams with, as you can see. So yeah, I thought I might as well give the old wide angle lens a test. And I'll just cross over for a terminating cross-country service from Birmingham New Street. It's another one of their Turbo Stars, and it is being worked by 170 397. Bit of Len Goodman there. Has to come into effect, especially when there's a 7. Oh, 7, as they say. You probably hear quite a lot of Len Goodman today. From me, or style from me today. Bit scratched on there. Oh well. I don't know if we're going to, in the video, see both 173s, but at least there's one, so not bad at all. Can move the camera up again. As we're now going to have us a service to Phoenix Park now coming in. I'll keep her rolling because the timetable is, because the time on there is telling me it's 1 minute away. And I wouldn't want to miss it, so yeah, we'll see what we have. In Centro or Citadis? Well, I'll let you decide. I'll let you decide that. Should be here momentarily. Here we go. It's time to move around a bit. There we go. Okay. Okay, I'm out more angle, by the way. Coming in now is going to be 205 Lord Byron. The Lord is here, as they say. And it's off to Phoenix Park from Clifton South. Let's see how fast this goes. And away we go. He's put his foot down. Well, I say foot down, but apologies there. Shot was a bit just a bit problem with the shot there, because had to move down because someone was walking. Apologies in advance. 230 there certainly was speeding out. Its next calling point there will be Later Market. So there's that one, and in fact I'll keep recording for what's coming in behind. And that was an incident that went off. What have we got coming in now? A Citadis now. Here we go. And it is going to be Stuart Broad MBE. That's right. Looks like I got the wicket of Stuart Broad. Looks like he's on terminating Hockler runs today, it seems. Oh, I say he. I mean the tram. You get the gist. And off we go. Well, not the fastest I've seen not the fastest I've seen a tram depart here today, but nice to see nonetheless though. So yeah, 2 presentable with that one is to Hucknall from Toton Lane. The next calling point will be Lace Market for that. So off it goes. Okay, coming in now, after maybe a little bit of a pause, it must be said, perhaps the smallest one ever, it's going to be a service to consultants will be going to Shipson Street later on. 216 Claymore Night is working that. Oh, what was that? Oh, right. The 170 did depart in the end. I'm sure we'll see another one in a minute. Okay, right. So I know what we have coming in. We have an East Midlands Railway service. I want to suggest that's terminating in from Norwich. It would be going to Liverpool Lime Street. I think it would be going to Liverpool Lime Street, but due to an issue with the train crew, the service is being terminated at Nottingham. So she'll be going ECS to the sidings eventually. See if there's anything. Not yet, so I'll pause for the next one. In fact, it was not worth stopping that. because we now find a service to Tottenham from Hucknall coming in for Nottingham Express Transit. It's an Incentro, and she is not hanging about. Go on, girl. 214 Densmith Carberry MBE sporting advertising for Nottingham Castle on one of the cars. There. As I'll cross her over, because we also have coming in a possible East Midlands Railway service to Norwich from Liverpool Lime Street, which comes through now. Okay, another bus, because why not? Okay, tram's going up over there. Nice plane, of course, flying overhead. Okay, so we have 158858. Also, pair of 158s. And 158857 bringing up the rear of their rear there. It's that mark on the top of the roof. Anyway, there they are, both sporting their old East Midlands trains livery, as you do. This service will split here. Okay, we then have a service to Hucknall coming in from Nottingham Express Transit. After a bit of a pause, a little bit of one anyway. Okay. So here we have 204 Oak Beersmore, the NHS advertising one. Okay, after having to let some people through, the tram is now departing. You can get times for these, but I can't be bothered, if I'm honest. I think you have to acquire a bus app, but I can't be bothered to do that, so oh well. We also have a crossover here with a Citadis over there. There's a Social Convenience Park arriving in behind me. This is Awesome Citadis Super Voyager, if you like. 221 Stephen Lowe. As we also have coming in, or had come in, a Bombardier Centro of some variation off to Phoenix Park from Clifton South. I want to say that's 208 Dynaminton, but we shall find out momentarily if that is the case, because she is now going to be departing. Also over there, as you can see in the sidings, is doing a bit of work and whatnot. There you go, you can just about see it, I hope. There's a dog box, so that's a 153 in the East Coast signs doing a bit of work. So right down Minton. At Phoenix Park. Nice spark coming off that pantograph there. As you also have coming in a East Midlands Railway service from where is it? Leicester to Grimsby Town via Lincoln Central. That is a I want to say that might be the 1038 service or 1035. I'm not too sure. I've had to guess 1038 if I was to guess. There's a nice 10 there somewhere. As here we now have 207 Mavis Worthington now coming in. She'll be working a service off to Clifton South from Phoenix Park. An Incentro tram there. As we will now have coming in another tram of some variation heading to Shipston Street. The first two services to there are running, it seems. So let's see what tram gets first go. In fact, I'm going to play a guessing game here. I'm going to guess Citadis for the first. Well, shall we see if we're right? Okay, let's see if we're right then, shall we? Nice moving display on this, as you do. 223 Consator MBE on this one. Here we go. Could do a bit of a spruce up, it must be said. Okay, I think she's about ready to head off. No sparks that time, but nice cracks off the pantograph though, at least. It must be said. Well, it once sounds nice idling, it does. I wonder if there's going to be two running today. I don't know. Should be, if we're lucky. Yeah. Okay, so it is 176.18 working that service to Birmingham New Street via Derby. As coming in now is 233 Ada Lovelace. That'll be working a service to Phoenix Park from Clifton South of all places. Okay, she just crosses over and then the tram gets the clear. Squeeze away. Whoa, that was, oh, got a crossover. So they've got another Sisters tram coming in. T29 Vivian Anderson MBE coming in. I don't think the front and rear indicators are working at the moment on that. What I can tell you is that we do have a 153 coming in. I have no idea where that's going. But there is another dog box though on the approach. I don't know where that's going either. That's probably just going right into the... that's going into the sidings again. It's pulling up at the buffer. I think. Yeah. So I don't know what the other one's doing. Here at the station right now, anyway. I can also see there's a possible freight train in the distance from GBRF. But I'll have more info on that when we get back down. Okay, coming in down here is a terminating East Midlands Railway service from Worksop, worked by 170 420. We also have a, I'd want to assume an Augusta Westland AW109 helicopter passing overhead as well. Along with a Nottingham Express Transit service to Shipston Street also. Here she comes. And she sounds nice. It's going to be another Sisters on that one. Here it goes. and I'd want to assume that that's heading north. Not bad though. As our tram will be, this one is Ulster Sisters Voyager, if you like, on this, because it's 220. Sophie Robson. I know, I can hardly believe it myself. There it goes, 263 Street, back downstairs I go. Go over to East Midlands Railway service spot coming in. What by 222 Still on there. Disappears. Departing now is the, there's a tram going first. Tuttle 215 mark over you for a start. And then the 1050 East Midlands Railway service to London St Pancras. So working this service is going to be 180-111. This is one of the Adelantes that whole trains used to operate. And away she goes. Quite nice trains, to be fair. Not bad at all. Okay, I can just hear, oh nice, well, what's this bus doing up there? Especially a biogas one. For NCT's Sky Blue 45 route. That seems well out of place, that does. Anyway, back to the task at hand. Because the next freight train to pass by here at Nottingham is going to be a GBRF Class 66 going from Immingham Humberside National Terminal GBRF to Rackvonsall Power Station GBRF. On the coal train. Probably one of two, if you ask me. On the day itself. Here's this one. There we go. Someone had to make their way through. Here's a shed. Here he comes. Here we go. That's better. That's better. Here we go. Okay, this is being worked by 66787. Front wheels, as there have to be. Goodness. More flat wheels. And again. And that's it.
Find a tool on our website. And in crowded spaces, wear a face covering.
And there she goes.
Visit East Midlands.
Nice past service per the norm.
For more information about what we are doing, as well as other useful information to help you travel with confidence.
So that'll be unloaded at the station, well, power station later on. Well, what on earth?
Please keep your personal belongings with you at all times. If you do spot anything suspicious, please speak to a member of our station team or British Transport Police. You can also text British Transport Police on 64016.
So was that crow trying to eat that bird then?
See it, say it, sort it. This is a platform alteration.
Whoa.
11:12.
I've never seen a crow do that before.
Service to London St Pancras.
He's got him!
Now platform 6B.
Whoa! Oh, he's trying. Oh.
This is a platform alteration. The 11:12.
Oh no.
Railway service to London St Pancras will now depart platform 6B.
Well, there's your update for you. Well, he's gone. What was he up to, that bird? Wow, never seen that before. Now, I'm curious as to what crows even eat. So, well, there's your, well, that crow had a bit of a feast. Is he still there? Not anymore. TP2 we might be there, by the way. Well, that pigeon was holding a scary moment, wasn't it? Woo! Okay, the latest train to make its way in is a terminating northern service from Leeds. Fond of a calf. So, there's that one. The number of which, if I can try over here, bear with me. Can't tell, I'm afraid. So I'll have to get it when she departs, I guess. Okay, next tram service to arrive will be for Phoenix Park in the form of an Ultimate Sisters tram. That is 224 Vicky McClure. Do a turn to then find a service to Total Nathan Hucknall coming in the form of 228 the Local Armed Forces Heroes. There's the bell. As also departing over down there is the, it's a late running Social Sun variation. I think the 1054, I cannot remember, 1058. It's Eastman's Royal Association Newark Castle, that much I can tell you. I think there was a nice off-road drive one too for Vicky McClure there as well. So thank you very much, if that was the case. That 156. Couldn't tell you number on that one, I'm afraid. Was next northern one. That much I do know. I wanted to say 156498, but it will return later, so I'm sure we'll find out then. Okay, arriving in now, we have a terminating cross country. Oh, would you look at that? 173.98. Oh, I didn't, did I? I didn't, did I? Are they both down there? I didn't, did I? Oh, they are though. They are both down there. Goodness me. Well then. 17397 down there, and now 17398. Goodness me. Wow. Okay. I'll take that. Here's 206 Angela Alcock, a Bombardier Century tram there, running near enough completely empty. Apart from all 2 people on board. We now find a service to Hucknall coming in. What is it? Sounds like a city disc to me. Yes. TG5 Doug Scott CBE. And for those of you wondering about the names on the trams and they're missing, yes. All trams do have a name, but all trams do have a name, but the but I know some do miss the stickers or whatnot. All trams are names though. So if you do see any missing, oh, like one on this one. If you see anything missing over there, don't worry, because I do know the names by heart. Okay, I'll keep her rolling because the what time we're at? The 11:07. Cross country says to Cardiff, Central, Royal Derby and Birmingham New Street is about ready to head off, I guess. Anyone doing Birmingham New Street, Stansted Airport, slotting on the route that involves Birmingham Street to Stansted Airport? You won't be seeing the 173 there, I tell you, because they're both here. That's 173.97 down there. Huzzah. Okay, 173.97. There we go. And then on the Shipson Street is going to be, oh, and another one. Oh, dear. 219 answer, so sod. I was hoping in Centro on one of these, but I suppose it's I suppose they do often do some services later, to be fair. So yeah, I suppose if the current timetable is like that, don't know. Now it's going to be all cities now. Not good. Oh well. Oh joy. Yeah, to an answer anyway. Oh, this is very much hello up there. There's a plane. There's an aeroplane. Wow. And I shall get 222014 for you when she decides she is ready to head off. Almost looks like a Voyager's give up one of the panels being missing. Okay, let's go up, shall we? Here we go. Now we are up. Okay, coming in now is going to be a terminating East Midlands Railway service from London St Pancras. I'm yet to see a 222 in the old East Midlands train delivery. So, will that be the case here? We're about to find out. Not yet. There will be one, trust me. 222-008. Derby Etches Park. Oh. And here's this one. I'm sure the grammar police can help me on that. To return to just your boot for Phoenix Park, plenty of people on board that service, it must be said. Oh! And as the Shipson Street comes in, had to rust there, I do apologise. The Social St Pancras, the, what is it? 22014 on that one. Calling it, it's on the 1112 East Midlands Railway Social St Pancras, calling it Beested East Midlands Parkway, left left Mark Harbour, Kettering, London St Pancras on the calling points for the Adelante I hadn't mentioned. Like I would probably normally done. And that would have been Leicester, Mike Harbour, Kettering and London St Pancras. They were sorted there. Okay, and our Shipson Street is here. And it looks like she is about ready to depart. 2 forwards have gone off to 9 George African here, so I can't how you pronounce it. 260 and right will be off to Shipson Street momentarily. You can see the indicator is moving on this tram. Fair enough, I suppose, that that we see more animated indicators. Here we go. Not too bad, I guess. Okay, we now have another tram coming in, which will be an Incentro here. Going from Towton Lane to Hucknall. The previous Shipson Street was from Clifton South. The one before that was from Towton Lane. And then the other two before that were from Clifton South. The previous 66 that was coming through was going from Towton TMD to Nottingham. This is 209 Sydney Standard on this one. This was one of those that used to have an all-over advert before it had to get the new look. The big event one that used to be. There it goes. That's to Hucknall from Towton to Hucknall from Towton Lane. Cool. Okay, you probably cannot quite see it down there, but the CAF is departing for Leeds via Sheffield, Meadowhall, Change and Barnsley interchange down there. Over here, there's a line saying that Mins for Phoenix Park at the bottom. Just 2 lines. There's no specified time. Well, okay then. So what time is it coming in? Oh, and it's 12:05. The other side had Lost City Venture Golf on it. In the middle of this car, on this side as I'm looking at, is Red Penguin IT. And I have to agree that that black penguin looks like a Pingu on there. That one there looks like a Pingu. That's why I'm calling it Pingu, because it looks like a Pingu. And I have to say, I don't know what I could call the red one. There's the real penguin. So choosing broadband isn't black and white. More like red and white, if you ask me. More like red and white, if you ask me. Huh. Huh. Okay, next tram to make an appearance up here is going to be a service to Total Lane from Hucknall. For North, yep, you guessed it. A city disc. I know, I can hardly read myself. 2:30 George Green has the honours for this one. Yay! Oh, and looks like a Citizens has popped up. Off to Phoenix Park from Clifton South. Just to let you know also that there have been some videos uploaded onto the Nottingham Transport Enthusiast YouTube channel, so please do go check them out, as you will not be disappointed. Okay, off we go to St Mavis Worthington. The driver appeared to smile though, I believe. Oh, there you go. In other news, at the time of recording, our regional news programme changed. Well, I say changed. East Midlands Today's very own Anne Davis decided, to take a bit of a holiday, which I do hope she's enjoying right now. And this particular, they covered Sarah Teal on the programme for, what was it, 3 weeks now almost. This week the presenting baton got handed over to Emily Anderson, who was to do, well, all week, this is Tuesday at the time of recording though, the 1:30 and 6:30 bulletins for East Midlands Today. Well, I suppose when one's on holiday enjoying their time, I suppose, well, cover's obviously needed, I guess. But yeah. Thought I'd let you know in other news, because, you know, considering the, well, holidays have been quite hard to come by. Well, abroad, but, you know, I thought I'd mention it anyway. Said to Anne Davis to be back next week. Yeah. And a bus. because why not? And more. Yeah, let's have more buses as well, shall we? Okay, departing now, back to our task at hand, will be in East Midlands Railway, so it's 2 works up. And guess what? It is a Turbo Star, of course, as it should be. £174.20 sporting the new East Midlands Railway livery. Okay, I'll also have coming in associated Clifton South. 08 Darnham Minton on that one. That'll be from Phoenix Park, and next one to put request for that one will be Queen's Walk. And then the service to Hucknall from Toton Lane will be next. This is here we go. 235 David Clark going like the absolute clappers. Okay, I'm now back down here. Okay, coming in now is going to be an East Midlands Railway service of Lincoln Central, I don't know. Yeah, Lincoln Central. It's bound for Lincoln Central, this is, I think. Yeah, it's bound for Lincoln Central. And we have 158889. The ex-Southwest Trains 158. With declassified first class in it. As also now departing, it's going to be the 11:27 going out railway. Probably about 1 or a bit minute late. East Midlands Railway service to Leicester from Lincoln Central. Corner to Beeston, Attenborough, East Midlands Parkway, Loughborough, Barrow-upon-Soar, Selby, Syston and Leicester. This is being worked while 118 exists for Visit Lincolnshire in 2020, which of course never happened. The ERR50, East Lincolnshire Railway Festival, Visit Lincolnshire in 2020, that never happened. Well, did it really turn out to be a pointless snake play? I wonder. Also here, departing is 153308 on an empty coaching stock movement. Although the weird place is it wants to go to Cleethorpes. Cleethorpes, even. Well. Well, there you go. Let's see 153 though, make an appearance. There it goes. Okay, over to the Skegness for our 156 pairing. Corned off area at the moment for, I would want to assume, light replacing. Okay, we've got an integrating stock move coming in over there. You'll see it in a minute. This is going to be for the 1141 cross-country service to Birmingham New Street. We had a terminating cross-country turbo star service from Birmingham New Street come in earlier. That was 176.19. Coming in over here is 170.398 over there. Odd light. Okay. Over there is the classified first class. I know. Also, you can also see the lights that start inside. And buttons. That's why it used to be ex-South West trains. And seats as well. So seats now, this obviously now has, it has the Eastern train livery, but it used to have the South West trains livery beforehand when it operated with us. So, yeah. That before it got repainted. Okay, 15889. Whoa. Did he have the sander on that? That didn't sound particularly, I don't know, healthy? Well, anyway, there it goes. 18889, calling at Newcastle, Nottingham, Swindon, Highcombe and Lincoln Central, I think. So there goes that one. Okay, departing now is going to be the 1140 East Midlands Railway service from Liverpool Lime Street to, in fact, no, tell a lie, to Norwich, starting here at Nottingham. I do apologise. Pond of 158 as per the norm. I know. This one's got some front end damage, as you can see. Look. Front end damage on this one. 158 780 in the East Midlands train livery. Morning now at Grantham, Peterborough, Ely, Thetford and Norwich. Very nice. I do like the 158s. Blimey. Oh. That's weird. I seem to find the light cover there. Oh, part of it. Well, part of that light cover that should be on there missing. We'll see her go out in a minute. Okay, departing now is going to be the 1146, I believe this is, East Midlands Railway, so it's to Skegness. Worked by a pair of blue 156s. Nice sliding doors, I like that. That's what I like about these 156s. That's what I like about them. The sliding doors. They're very nice. I like them. Okay. Okay. So 15643 leaving. And ex-Northern 156497 trailing. Calling at Bingham, Alsopton, Grantham, possibly back, Bingham, Radcliffe, possibly, Alsopton, Grantham. Or Radcliffe, Bingham, Alsopton, Grantham, Ancaster, Seaford, Heckington, Boston, Wainfleet and Skegness. As 158862 now goes on what I would assume is the 1147 East Midlands Railway service to Liverpool Lime Street. Calling at Alfreton, Chesterfield, Sheffield, Stockport, Manchester Piccadilly, Manchester Oxford Road, Warrington Central, Widnes, Liverpool South Parkway and Liverpool Lime Street. There's some sort of aircraft overhead, but it's cloudy there. Can't even tell what that is. I don't even know. I'll tell you work that one out. Okay, arriving now is a terminating East Midlands Railway Turbo Star service from Worksop. Oh, hello, this is a 2-car. I like that. Which one? And finally we have till 2 in the East Midlands Transit at last. This will have to be a run-up to try and get some of it. Anyway, hang on, bear with. Here we go. 170,534. Wow. Well, I'll have that. I'll have that anyway, so that's okay. Also, there's the 67 just made its way in. Again, the Royal Sovereign one. And we're going to go up the first part to this meridian here. We're going to end on the meridian for part 1. Part 2 will see a short formed featuring 2 freight trains here. And then our final part we'll see the last 2 freights as well. Okay, so off goes the meridian, as you can see. The token from the 67. That there's still 2 WHS Park going like clappers. To an extent anyway. Wow. Oh, there you go. Okay, it looks like our Royal Sovereign skip is now ready to depart again. There she goes. The Royal Sovereign skip. A tram can get a mention again. 20600 Alcock off to Phoenix Park. I thought I might as well get that, because why not? Batman. Batman. That's right, Batman there. I know. It has to be Batman. Yeah. So, I think we know what this meridian is, don't we? I think we do. Exactly. Oh, if I don't know, 22017. It's got a name. Ooh, it's got a name on this. So what one is this? Right. Large Festival Centenary, it's at Centenary apparently. 1917 to 2070. Bit disappointed they had to repaint till 2011 though. So that had the Oldham Westmoreland Centenary, Sheffield Battalion 1940 to 1980 on it. Then they decided to repaint it when, well, probably wasn't the best idea. If you look at a name like that, but, you know. Oh well. At least we got one 5 car with a name on it. So yeah, at least this makes up for it anyway. You know, fair play. Still get to see the lines. Wrong. I can hear a bit of a chugging sound going on here. You can see the displays here if you look carefully. There's 2 reserved from Market Harbour, and let's see, it's not reserved. Okay, there's a bit more reserved seating here. Okay, bit of a mixed fortune there. One on the top says it's reserved from Nottingham to London. If I'll zoom in, you can probably see the display screen a bit better that way. If I you can see it's got one that says reserved from Nottingham to London St Pancras all the way. Same with the one over there. So they probably resumed on the seat reservations, I see. Anyway. Here are the calling points on the electronic display boards. There you go. The camera focuses. There it goes. I'll tell you what, the previous 5-car triple tours on this platform could have done with a serious clean, and I might admit this one will do it with a clean as well. Bit filthy this one is. Glad they kept this one unpainted. I just think the triple tours should have had the same, because of the name it had on it, but oh well. I'm surprised that we're still seeing these in this livery, considering there's a lot now in the newer East Midlands Railway livery. You can actually find out how they did it on their YouTube website, introducing our new in-city liveries video. You can find out how they did it on the website. Don't tell me this could last till buy modes come in, this livery. I'd love it if they did that, but it could do. Fingers crossed. Let's see. Oh, not bad. Yeah. By the way, these are recently installed decorum vending machines. Well, I say recently installed, but they used to have red selector vending machines here at Nottingham, then silver, and now the black decorum vending ones. And would you believe it, they serve Tropicana, my favourite morning beverage, if you like, or should I say refreshment in the UK. That's the one I wanted to say. I believe beverage may be American, but basically the same thing. Refreshment, we'll stick with that. Oh, they also serve M&Ms. I like them. Don't like these Skittles really, but M&Ms are good. Shall we go back to the task at hand, shall we? Yeah, that's. I'll just start up again. Okay. Let's mix of light colours. And this print. And in fact, it probably wasn't worth stopping because we now have a terminating northern service from Leeds, formed of a Civity. And also terminating cross-country service from terminating cross-country service from Cardiff Central at the same time. I think the 105 probably just won that. Okay, so coming in first is, I think it was 195 and then behind it, this is worked by 3-car turbo signer for 171.06. From Cardiff Central there, and on the terminating northern service from Leeds we had 195.022. Was right the first time. Huzzah! The problemo is now solved. Okay, we've got a white 222 coming in. As passing now is 12:07. Cross country service to Cardiff Central via Derby and Birmingham New Street. So working this service is 176.19. Lovely. Meanwhile, we'll just move over here. And then we will find triple 20. Okay, as he comes to a stop, I shall conclude this bit here. Ahead of, we'll get this train that's next to it. But yeah, thank you all very much for watching this section from Nottingham. Or this part, whatever you want to call it. If you have liked what you've seen here today, then please do give a like and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment if you so wish, and I'll, as ever, do my very best to getting round to them. Yes. Well, for the first part, yeah, not bad. Not bad so far. Plenty of variety in traffic throughout, and a couple of freight trains in this part, so yeah, not bad all in all. And we saw plenty of trams up on the top level as well, so all in all, I have to say, I think this video has been pretty decent, and yeah, I have to say, first part's not been too bad at all. And it was nice to catch a 180. Yeah. Yeah. The next part will commence a bit later on. whilst I continue some of my own catching. I'm not going to make the YouTube videos like too long because, you know, but you know, I think the first part involving this will probably just about cover it. I'll be back in a bit later, when we'll also see some more freight. So yes, I shall see you all along for part 2. So please do come and join me for that if you can. And yeah. Oh. Our final train of part 1, well, there's an East Midlands Railway cruise first of all that is making its way in. And I know it, you know it, it's the 156. I know, I can hardly believe it myself. Maybe I might be able to get the number this time. Good luck me with that. Indeed.
This is a staff announcement with a station cleaner. Please go to the customer service office on platform 3B. Stage cleaner, please go to the customer service office on platform 3B.
Also, shame these different streets, so it's not all city, but you know, not the end of the world, is it? Okay, so our final train, our part 1, will be on the go in a minute. Let's move over here. Here we go. Well behind the sign. White lines out. But you'll be fine here. Just about. Okay, so the pass now is the 1212 East Midlands Railway says to London St Pancras, 22017, license of 970 2017. And the Batman on there as well, because why not? Here, and the East Midlands trains, the old East Midlands trains livery as well, because why not? Anyway, thank you for watching part 1, and I shall see you all later on for part, for more. So thank you for watching, I'll see you all in part presumably part number 2, I hope.